Hey guys, it's Hector Castillo again from girlschase.com, the world's most popular men's dating site. Now today, we're going to be talking about bad bitches and how to get them. For those who don't know what a bad bitch is, it's a girl who's fine as hell, but has a bit of attitude and maybe some hustle in there too. Now it's very likely that you've met or seen one of these creatures in the wild. She's beautiful, she's hot, and it's obvious she knows it. There's also a strong possibility that after seeing her, you thought to yourself, she looks like a bitch. Now, is she really a bitch? Or is she a bad bitch? And her looks or her attitude intimidate you or make you feel small? That might be the case. You might be the one who's a bitch. Now, let me ask you a question. When you first approach a woman and she's not immediately receptive to your charms and is a bit stoic, is your first assumption that she's a bitch? Or do you consider she might have some reasons for acting this way? Now, if you can't understand or don't want to understand her reasons for her behavior, then you're going to miss out on some pretty cool chicks that if you were to break down her walls and really get to know her, they're really fucking awesome. But hey, bad bitches are not for everyone. All right, if after hearing that you didn't rage quit, congrats. You've taken the biggest step towards sleeping with bad bitches, which is not being intimidated by them. When we see something that we want, but then it appears getting it won't be as easy as we'd hoped or would prefer, it's common to respond with anger because we think to ourselves, it ought to be easier. And then we unfairly blame that person or situation for being unreasonably difficult. And with that blame and judgment, we excuse ourselves from the effort. We say, no, she looks like a bitch. I don't want to talk to her, when you know damn well you want to fuck her brains out. And some people, well, they never get over that. But if bad bitches are what you want, then there's a solution. First, you need to understand why she is the way she is. Then, you need to become excited by her challenging personality. Now, you might be asking, what acceptable reasons does she have to act like a bitch? But I've got a few in mind. This is what happens, you see? The hot and beautiful girls, they get a lot of attention. And they like it, but it can be overwhelming, and they have to be careful who they reciprocate with. Because some nice guy, but who creepy, he come up and she nice to him. Then, because he thinks she like him, he become creepy, clingy. And he scare her, and he bad for reputation. So she learn how to be beachy, little beachy. So a man doesn't misunderstand. She could also be frustrated with the dating scene. You see, higher quality women have a hard time meeting high quality men since most men are boring, weak, and fearful. Her frustration then turns into anger, which makes her even bitchier. And then less men can handle her now, making her even more bitchy. Another possibility is that she's horny as fuck. When a woman's horny, she's either very flashy and obvious about her interest, or she's fucking pissed. It's like being hangry or hungry and mad, except now it's hungry. Or maybe, just maybe, she has a rough life or is going through a rough patch. You're not always peppy, right? Then consider for a moment that she might also be human and might also have troubles too. So, other than her generally being upset with life, every other reason for her bad behavior is either a reaction to her environment or a test to see who is charming and confident enough to get past her bad bitch defense system. And if you combine that courage and charisma with empathy and curiosity as someone who really wants to understand who she is, man, that's a fucking dream man right there. Dominant, yet empathetic. All right, now how do we become excited about the challenge that is a bad bitch? You must learn to love the thrill of the hunt. A woman's value isn't necessarily determined by her difficulty, so don't get me wrong, but we do value what's hard to get, whether we like it or not. The approach, figuring out what she wants and who she is, and if you two can give anything to each other, treat that like a fun puzzle. And let's not forget about the reason we're doing this, to get smoking hot pussy. If that's not motivation enough, I don't know what the fuck to tell you, buddy. That's all I got. As for actually gaming bad bitches, you're going to need to adjust a little bit. You'll want to be a little bit more stoic and tougher than usual, but also playful at the same time. She needs to see that she doesn't intimidate you, but she still wants to have fun. It'll help if you don't take her too seriously, because far too many people already do, and it bores the shit out of her. Treat her like a teenage sister that you want to have sex with, but isn't your sister, and she's silly, cute, and sexy. That way, if she gives you attitude or says something sarcastic or rude, you can do something like stare at her, smile, and then just move on with the conversation like she's a fucking retard. Or you can challenge that bitch. Throw back a sarcastic comment and show her that you got some teeth. Now, keep in mind that if you wreck her too hard, you might upset her and she'll cry. So you can try something else. Or you ask a girl like, "Are you always like this?" Or, "Why are you teasing me?" More often than you think, pointing out a girl's bitchiness to her in a calm and dominant way can kind of wake her up, and she might even apologize for her behavior. The point is to weather the storm until she realizes that you're not a little bitch. Then, once she calms down and starts acting like a happy little bitch, you can game her, take her home, and fucking smash. All right, boys, there you go. How to get bad bitches. Don't be intimidated. Be excited, warm, but tough. Don't be afraid to bite back if she gets sassy. And once she drops her guard, treat her like any other bitch. Hector Castillo, girlschase.com. Peace out.